All right, class, we're gonna go ahead and review section 1. So please follow along with your notes. All right, so first we're gonna review the distributive property. So if I have a number on the outside of parentheses, we need to distribute that. So the 3 is gonna multiply every single thing inside these parentheses. So I'll draw a little arrow. 3 times 4 is going to give me 12. And we're going to bring down the x squared. I don't have any other x's by the 3, so I just bring down the x squared as it is. Then 3 times a positive 2 is going to be a positive 6. Bring down that x. And then 3 times a positive 3 is going to be a positive 9. All right, that is it for the distributive property. So let's go ahead and label that number 1. And let's look at number 2. All right, so let's do another distributive property. So if I have 3x squared minus 5x plus 4, let's do this one. So again, we're going to multiply. So 2 times 3 is going to give me 6. Bring down that x squared. Now this one's 2 times 8, negative 5. So a positive times a negative will give me a negative. 2 times 5 will be 10. Bring down that x. And then the next one, 2 times a positive 4 is going to give me a positive 8. And there we go. There's another distributive property. All right, now let's look at another one that looks a little bit different. So if I have 3 times 2x squared minus 4x plus 3, and then close my parentheses and plus 2. Let's see what this looks like. Well, I need to distribute again, just like we did up here. 3 times 2 is going to give me 6. Bring down that x squared. 3 times a negative 4 is a negative 12. Oop, draw my arrow. So 3 times negative 4 is a negative 12. Bring down the x. 3 times a positive 3 is going to give me a positive 9. And since my parentheses ends there, my distributive property ends there. I am not going to distribute the 3 to the 2. The 2 is not inside the parentheses. I'm just going to bring down that plus 2 as it is. Plus 2. But now if you notice, the 9 and the 2 are like terms, right? Neither of them have x's next to them, so we need to combine those. 9 plus 2 would give me 11. And then I'll bring everything else down. Minus 12x, it's a positive 11, and then 6x squared. So there would be my answer. All right, I want you to do one on your own. So we'll label this number 4. Let's go ahead and do 2 times 4x squared plus 5x plus 3. All right, I'll give you 2 minutes. Do that one on your own. All right, let's see if you got it right. 2 times 4 is going to give you the 8x squared. 2 times 5 is going to give you the plus 10x. And then 2 times 3 is going to give you the plus 6. Hopefully that's what you got. I'm going to give you another one to do on your own. Oh, number 5. All right, let's do 3x squared minus 2x plus 3. Close your parentheses and go ahead and add on there a plus 3. All right, again, I'll give you 2 minutes. Do that one on your own. All right, let's see how you did. 4 times 3 would be a 12. Bring down that x squared. 4 times a negative 2 would be a negative 8. Bring down that x. 4 times a positive 3 will be a positive 12. That's where we stop those distributive property. Bring down that positive 3. Look to see if you have any like terms, and we do. 2 plus 3 is going to give me 5. Bring everything else down. So 12x squared minus 8x, and then that was a positive 5. All right, so that is the distributive property. All right, next step, let's review multiplying binomials. All right, so we're gonna start, this one is being our number 6. We're gonna go ahead and review 3x plus 4 times 2x minus, we'll do plus 2. All right. So you could do the distributive properly, just like we did up here, right? We could do 3 times 2, 3 times 2, 4 times 2, 4 times 2, right? Just like how we did up here, but instead of with just one number on the outside of the parentheses, there's 2. So you could do that, or we could use our box method, which is what we've been using. So I'm gonna use that. So we're gonna draw a box. We're gonna put 3x and 4 on the top, and 2x and 2 on the side, and multiply every single thing out. So 2 times 3 gives me 6. X times x is x to the 2. 2 times 4 gives me 8, and I only have one x, so it's just 8x. 2 times 3 is 6. I only have one x, so it's just 6x. 2 times 4 is 8, and I don't have any x's. So once you filled out this box, just double check your x's, because the one issue I see a lot of times is that these x's are not here, or that they're all x squared, or that only there's no x squareds. So just make sure that you've got all your x's in the right spot. The next step would be to bring all these down. So 6x squared plus 8x plus 6x plus 8. And then we're gonna see if we have any like terms, and we do, right? 8x and 6x, those are both x's. So let's go ahead and add them up. There's no negatives. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14x. Bring everything else down. Plus 8, 6x squared. There is our answer. All right, let's review another one. All right, let's do 5x plus 3 times 4x minus 4. All right, so again, we're gonna draw our box. Let's put the 5x and the 3 on the top, and the 4x minus 4. So there's a minus in this one. So when I bring the 4 down, I have to bring that negative sign down in front of it. So don't forget that negative. All right, let's multiply. 4 times 5 is gonna give me 20. X times x, well, I've got two x's, so it's x to the 2. 4 times 3 is 12. I only have one x, so it's just 12x. A negative times a positive is a negative. 4 times 5 is 20, and bring down the x. And then the last negative times a positive is a negative. 4 times 3 is 12, and there are no x's in that box. Bring everything down again. So 20x squared plus 12x minus 20x minus 12. Do we have any like terms? Yes, we do, right? 12x and the negative 20x. So 12 minus 20, one's positive, one's a negative. They're not going in the same direction, right? If I think on the number line, if I'm at the positive 12 and I have to go over to the negative 20 sides, I'm subtracting. So one way you can look at this is 20 minus 12, which is gonna give me 8. And the larger number is negative, right? 20 is larger than 12 and it's negative. So this is gonna be a negative 8, and you need to bring down the x that goes along with it. So positive 12x minus 20x would give us a negative 8x. Bring down the minus 12, bring down the 20x squared, and there we have it. Oops. All right, I'm gonna give you one to do on your own. All right, so this will be number 8. Go ahead and do 3x plus 4 times 2x plus 6. All right, so go ahead and take 2 minutes and do that one on your own. All right, let's see how you did. So I hope you drew your box. We're gonna put the 3x and the 4 on top, the 2x and the 6 on the side. All right, well, 2 times 3 is gonna give me 6. X times x is x to the 2. 2 times 4 is 8, bring down the x. 6 times 3 is 18, bring down the x. 6 times 4 is 24. Bring everything out. 6x squared plus 8x plus 18x plus 24. The 8x and the 18x are like terms, so let's add those up. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26x. Bring down the plus 24. Bring down the 6x squared. And there is our answer. I hope that's what you got. All right, let me give you another one to do on your own. We're gonna do 5x plus 3 times 2x minus 5. Go ahead and take 2 minutes and do that one on your own. All right, let's see how you did. Again, I hope you drew that box. 5x and 3 on the top, 2x and minus 5 on the side. 2 times 5 is 10. X times x is x squared. 2 times 3 is 6. Bring down the x. Negative times a positive is a negative, right? Don't forget that negative. I hope you didn't. It would be wrong if you did, so make sure you always bring it down. 5 times 5 is 25, and I only have one x, so just one little x right there. Negative 5 times a positive 3 is a negative 15. Bring everything down. All right, we do have the like terms, right? 6x and negative 25x. Now one's negative and one's positive, so we're gonna subtract. 25 minus 6 would give us 19. The larger number is that 25, which is negative, so it's a negative 19. Bring down your x and bring everything else down. 10x squared minus 15. There we go. All right, let's move on. We're gonna do number 10. Now this one, we're gonna multiply a trinomial and a binomial. So let's go ahead and look at 2x plus 3 times 4x squared plus 3x plus 5, right? Binomial means the two terms, 1, 2. Trinomial is the three terms, 1, 2, 3. So let's go ahead and draw our box. It's gonna be 2 by 3. So we're gonna draw 2 by 3. Make this a little bigger. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 on the side, right? So 2x and 3 over here, 4x squared, 3x, and 5 over there. And then just like on the other boxes, we're gonna multiply these out. 2 times 4 is going to give me 8. X times x squared is now x to the 3. 2 times 3 is 6. X times x is x to the 2. 2 times 5 is 10. I only have one x, bring that down. All right, so if you notice over here I had an x, right? But down here I don't. So that means these x's are gonna come down as they are. So first 3 times 4 is 12, and then we're just bringing down the x squared. 3 times 3 is 9. Again, bring down just the plain x. Then the last box, 3 times 5 is 15, and I don't have any x's. All right, so let's bring everything out. So 8x cubed, I don't have any other cubed. My next one is 6x squared, so plus 6x squared. I do have the 12x squared right here. I'm gonna put those next to each other. So plus 12x squared. This way my x squareds are already next to each other. Next, my plus 10x. And I do have another x right here next to the 9, so let's do that one next, plus 9x. And then last, bring down that positive 15. Okay, next we're going to bring these down, combine like terms. So 6 and 12 are the like terms. They both have those x squareds next to them. And then the 10x and the 9x are like terms because they both have those x's next to them. So let's go ahead and add these up. 12 plus 6 would give me 18. Bring down that x squared. 10 plus 9 would give me 19. Bring down that x. This is a positive. That's a positive 15. Bring it down. And then there's our positive 8x cubed. Bring that down. Oh, and that was a positive 18x squared. There we go. There's our answer. All right. I'm going to go ahead and give you one to do on your own. So we'll call this number 11. Go ahead and do 3x plus 4 times 2x squared plus 5x plus, we'll do 4. All right, take 2 minutes and do that one on your own. All right, let's see how you did. So I hope you drew that big box like we did before. And remember, it's 2 by 3. 2x squared on the top, 5x on the top, 4 on the top, over here 3x, and 4 on the side. Multiply everything out. 3 times 2 is 6. X times x squared is x to the 3. 3 times 5 is 15. X times x is x squared. 3 times 4 is 12. Bring down the x. 4 times 2 is 8. Bring down the x squared. 4 times 5 is 20. Bring down the x. 4 times 4 is 16. Bring everything down where the like terms are next to each other. So we're going to bring down 6x cubed plus 15x squared plus 8x squared plus 12x plus 20x plus 16. X squareds we're going to add up. Those x's we're going to add up. Let's see what we're going to get. Well, 15 plus 8 would be 23. Bring down those x squareds. 12x plus 20 would be a positive 32x. And then bring down that plus 16. And then bring down your